Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Grab yourself a kettlebell. This session is going to be a functional strength and biomechanics session with our kettlebell here, okay? We're going to go through 2 sequences and we're going to repeat this for a number of rounds, okay? So I'm going to talk you through the sequence of exercises and moves that we're going to be going through first, and then we're going to talk about how many sets, reps, rest time, all that good stuff, so that you can take this and go away and do your own session, okay? Now, with this, it's important to know what we're trying to do is improve our biomechanics of how we move. And we're trying to do that with the load of the kettlebell to start to strengthen the positions that we want to get into when we walk, okay? So keep in mind that that's what we're doing. That's what we're going after and trying to improve. And we're also trying to improve some range of motion and mobility, particularly around the hips with our second sequence, okay? Or with our second kettlebell complex. So we've got 2 main complexes. I'm going to show you through the moves. Kettlebell, in terms of load, get a load that's relatively light in the beginning so that you can work through the session, get familiar with the moves, and then increase your load over time, okay? Over a period of about 6 to 8 weeks, you can increase the load, increase the intensity on this, okay? And I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. So our first move is going to be a staggered stance kettlebell swing to a clean and press, okay? And we want this step in here as well. And the reason why we do that is because this is how we walk, okay? We're trying to improve the mechanics of how we walk and start to restore that rotation in our body, okay? And the kettlebell is a really good way to do that. So to set up for this exercise, I'm gonna have my right hand on the kettlebell, left leg is slightly forward, can generate a little bit of momentum here. All my weight is in my left leg. I'm here and getting down, getting my head over this foot, allowing that thoracic spine to rotate into this side and that kettlebell pull me around. And then from here, I'm stepping through, cleaning the kettlebell in this rack position here, okay? So nice, strong, straight wrist. We can have a slight little bit of extension if we want, but nice and strong in the wrist. And then from here, we're going to press and step through onto the opposite side, okay? So we're lengthening through this side, shortening to our opposite side. We get back down, okay, rack it here, nice and strong, top arms coming over, and then we come back to our start position, okay? Now, what we're going to do with this is, once you come back to our start, we're going to switch the side and continue, okay? So let me show you what a full sequence looks like. So we're going to generate that momentum, weight is in my left, head is over the foot, I swing up, I rack, I press, I get back, get down, and then I switch. Rack it, press, down, switch, okay, and we'll start generating that momentum. And if we have a higher load, we're going to need that momentum hinging back into the hip, press, feel that weight transfer from side to side, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. We switch back over to the left, okay, and we repeat. So the way we're going to work is 20 reps total, so it's 10 on each side. And then once we've done that, we're going straight into these frontal plane swings here, okay? So I'll show you what they look like. We're going to generate some momentum. I'm going to swing to my left, come up, and I'm thinking of trying to, so if I show from the side here, I swing, I'm trying to like throw that kettlebell back over my shoulder. So I get this opening here along this outside chain on my left hand side here, okay? So we generate the momentum, I pivot on my right foot, turn, get into this side. This hand comes up and around to support, okay? Imagine like you're swinging a golf club, okay? One hand coming around, single hand coming around. We're gonna repeat 10 reps, then we're gonna switch. Top hand comes up and over and grabs on the kettlebell, okay? As I come up and over, as I swing it, let me show you from the back here. So as I come here and as I swing, this top hand is coming up here to support on the kettlebell. Overhand grip here, okay? Getting in nice and strong on the kettlebell. So just to recap before we jump into sets and reps, we're going to go with our kettlebell swings, our gate stance, or our gate locomotion swings and press, okay? And we're going to switch on each one. So left side, and then I switch to my right, down, press, okay, and then switching again, and we're going to do 10 reps each side, so that's 20 reps. Then we're going to switch to our Frontal plane swings. Engaging that core, allowing that thoracic rotation to happen and feel that travel all the way down into the feet, okay? I'm loading into my left hip, swinging through. We switch, loading into my right, swinging through. Think of trying to get that kettlebell up and over the shoulder. This elbow coming around here, reach it long, okay? So the way you're gonna do it is 10 reps on our clean and press each side, straight into 10 swings on each side. You're gonna rest for 60 seconds and repeat that then for 5 to 10 rounds, whatever you want. Start with 5, see how it feels, and we can increase up to 10, okay? Once you've done your 5 to 10 rounds on our first complex, the second complex, we're gonna focus a little bit more on our mobility, okay? In particular, our hip mobility. So this is gonna be a split squat with our kettlebell in a rack position. So a full range of motion, split squat, squeezing this back hip here, just coming down as comfortable or as far as you're comfortable with, feeling some load in this front hip flexor or the back hip flexor, coming up, catching with both hands, sitting down into a Cossack as far as you're comfortable with. Then you come up from here, then we're going to hinge back into my right side, switch, and then we're coming onto the opposite side here, okay? Down into my Cossack, loading, hinging back into this left side, okay? And then from here, I come up and I catch, okay? So it's this cross catch here. And then we're into our split squat, okay? You're going to repeat that again for 3 on each side. Then you're going to take a break and you're going to repeat that for 5 rounds. So you'll get 15 reps in total on each side, okay? But work with control on the range of motion stuff and don't rush it, okay? So what we'll do right now is I'm going to run you through 1 full round of the first complex and the second complex, okay? So you can follow along and you can play it on repeat if you want and if you want to follow along. But what I'm going to do is go into my clean and presses, then I'm going to go into my lateral swings straight away. We're going to rest for a little bit and then I'm going to take you into our final complex, our mobility complex, okay? So grab your kettlebell, let's get ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, swing, press. Okay, feeling that weight transfer, switching sides, in for 10 reps here per side, okay? Go, number 7. Really getting back into that hip, okay? Get down at the bottom, hinge back in. 9, step. At the top here, reaching top elbow height. Elbow comes to hip, okay? Getting that reciprocating motion happening. Head is over right, head is over left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And then switch it, okay? Okay, rep 15. Allow that thoracic rotation to happen at the bottom. 16. 17. 18. 19 and 20. From here, we're going to go into our swings. Stay nice and strong in that wrist. Get that elbow to the shoulder as quick as you can. Flip the kettlebell into the shoulder. 5, 6. Really allow that thoracic to rotate. 7, kettlebell is pulling us around. 8, active reach with the top elbow. 9, 10, switch to the opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This free hand, let it swing back. 9 and 10. Okay, that's our first complex. It's intense, but we're going to rest now for about 60 seconds, and then we're going to get into our final mobility complex after that. So 60 seconds is on the clock now, and we're going to be ready to go into our, I'll show you while you're resting. It's going to be again our split squats. Sorry, left leg is back, so left hand is racked with the kettlebell. Split squat, Cossack, hinge into our right, rack the kettlebell, turn, split squat on the opposite side, into Cossack, into hinge on the left, and racking, switching the rack down. Okay, another 20 seconds or so. So 1 round, let's say, I'm doing 1 round here. You can repeat this 4 more times. That would be a pretty good session, and start increasing your intensity, volume over time, working up to 10 sets and even beyond, okay? But start with 5, start with a reasonable load on the kettlebell. You're looking just to get the heart rate up. And we're going again now in 3, 2, 1. So split squats, Cossack, hinge, switch. Working with control, working through as much range of motion as you're comfortable with. Going to just increase slightly over time. Feel free as well, if you've been using a specific load on our first complex, feel free to drop it down for this one if you feel the load is too much to move through these kinds of range of motion. 1 more each side. Cossack, hinge, and split squat. To Cossack, to hinge. Okay, and that's it. You're going to relax again for another minute or so, and then we're going to repeat that one for 5 rounds as well. So you're going to repeat 5 rounds of complex 1, okay, with about 60 seconds break in between. Then you're going to go into complex 2, same again, 5 rounds. And you can increase, decrease, play around with the reps, whatever you feels good for you. This kind of session can be incorporated 3 times a week is a pretty good measure. 2 to 3 times a week is going to be sweet if you're doing other training alongside it. But the kettlebell is a super powerful tool for improving our biomechanics, because number 1, it allows us to train the fascia, because we can generate this momentum and the kettlebell can pull us around into positions that we would like our bodies to be comfortable and strong getting into. And a really good example of that is our first complex, where we rack it here and I get myself onto my stance leg as I would in walking and running, and then as I press, I get myself to the opposite side and we're opening up length on this back side. So kettlebell, super useful tool. It's one I love to use in my training, and you should start using too, and start using it in a way that respects the natural biomechanics of the body, and you can use it as a very good conditioning tool while learning to move better. So that has been our functional biomechanics and mobility kettlebell session. Okay, 2 complexes. Give this one a go, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. How did you find the session? Was there an exercise you liked, one you struggled with in particular? Let me know how your progress is going. Also, let me know how many rounds you've gone for, okay? Because some people might push it to 10 or 20, which is quite impressive and quite intense. But let me know below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's going to be lots more workouts like this, functional biomechanics, while improving range of motion and our strength, okay? Because at the end of the day, we all want to live life in a way where we move effortlessly and move without pain, because the quality of your life is directly impacted by the quality of your body and how it moves. So that's it for this one, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.